Hello again, and welcome back to another something. What I'm gonna do on this one is I'm gonna show you how to troubleshoot some of the common misalignments or minor errors that happens whenever you do a convert line to satin stitch. We did get our new machine, and I have been busy pretty much all day making hats, practicing. Turned out pretty good. I think I showed you that one. That's my new hat. I showed you the design of it. And I think in the last video I showed you that hat. And then did this nice little S intertwined with the G. That is a contour fill. Turned out really nice. It's a little bit too small. So I'm going to show you making that a little bit bigger. And then this one here, the Husky, is also in a contour fill, and then satin stitch these little loops around it. So that turned out good. Devils, this is a lettering option in Inkstitch, so that one turned out really nice. So I'm pretty happy with it. These are all done in Inkstitch. Really happy with that. And then this is the intertwined SG. I'm going to make it bigger. This is why I tell you it's so important to save your work as a SVG first. You can't resize a embroidery file in Inkstitch. You can a little bit, but not much. But to resize this, all I have to do is select each item, resize it. Nope, I didn't get my border. Hold on. Get my borders. Make sure I'm getting everything. And then all I have to do is just resize it all together. I can hit the little lock mechanism if I want to make sure it keeps perspective proper. And you know what? I'm going to redo that because I'm not sure the cut points go along. So I'm going to try this. Yeah, that's better. So everything resizes right along with it. My border area is 60 mils tall, and I want to stay inside of that. So I resized this up quite a bit. I might just go a little bit more. I have up to 70 on my machine. So I'm just going to save that. That one's actually ready to go. Resized and ready to go. So I'm going to open up a new. There's my new. So what I've noticed, and before I go any further, if you're on a Mac, right now there is a known issue that on some Macs, when you convert a line to satin stitch, that it sometimes reverses the order of the stitch. I'm going to show you what that would look like. Just real quick. I'm going to draw something out real quick. No fill, give it a stroke. We're going to give it a stroke of about 2 mil. Extensions, Inkstitch, satin, convert line to satin. I'm going to grab one of those lines, do a path reverse, and then go into params. So on a Mac, you might get something that looks like this and go, oh my goodness, what'd I do? I did something wrong. No, you didn't. You didn't do anything wrong. What is it called? Shapely. I think they use, if I remember right, it's Shapely to create the things that they create. And on Mac, it's getting reversed on one of the rails. So all you have to do is do exactly what I just did. Select one of the rails, go into path, reverse, then go into your params and everything should be right. And that's it. Just that simple. So if you get something like that, you know how to fix it now. It's a minor workaround until they get the fix out. Okay. So on with the show. There's a few things. Oops. There's a few times convert line to satin stitch is amazing and awesome. A few times it doesn't work great and amazing and awesome. I'm going to show you one of those now. I got to remember how to get rid of the round. So we'll get rid of the round. We'll go no fill, stroke, 2. Good. Extensions, Inkstitch. Satin tools, convert line to satin. Right away, I can tell there's an issue going on right here in this corner. This. Okay, once we figure out what's going on, we can fix it. So this little extra leg here, I'm gonna highlight that node and delete it. So that's gone. And I'm gonna highlight that node and delete that. I'm gonna grab this rung, I'm gonna move it down. This node, I'm going to press Control so that it goes straight. I'm going to line it up with that bottom bar. I'm going to do the same thing on this one, line it up with that bottom bar. I'm going to hit Shift to select both of these. And then I'm going to just drag over the top of that. It will select both of those nodes together. And I'm going to hit this Join Selected Nodes. So now that's one piece. And I'm going to do it again here. Drag over, join those two nodes. Now we have a connected piece right there. And you'll notice when we go to our object layers, it is two separate objects. Whenever you convert a line to satin and it's a circle or it's a square or it's a really strange, if it's a really strange looking object, it might even separate it into more than two paths. We've got the same little thing going on here. So we got to figure out. So it's those two. I'm going to delete those two. And looks like this is the same thing. Delete that one. Same thing with this rung. I'm going to drag it up. Press Control to go straight. Drag these together. Drag over the top. Join those two nodes. Drag this over. Select both of those. Join them together. And it looks like the other corners are okay. So now that we've done that, it's essentially one object, but it's showing there's two paths. So we need to do a combine path. Combine. So now we have one object. When you do combine, it does get rid of the preset satin stitch. So when you go into params, you will have to go to satin column and then select custom satin column. So now we have one continuous satin column. And we're going to do it again. So that one's done. I'm going to select that, hit delete. Let's make a little bit more difficult object. We're going to convert that to a satin stitch, Inkstitch, satin. This one's a little bit funkier if it does what it usually does. Okay, we have two paths. Obviously, it's split right here and right here. So if I trace this outside line going around, it does stay outside line, so that's good. Sometimes it doesn't. I was hoping it would do that, but I'm not done yet. So we're going to we're going to go to nodes, select one of them, select the other one. We have them together. Can't push control because control will make it go straight, and this is not a straight object. So we're just going to go as close as we can to getting those to come together. And then down here, do the same thing. Hit something. Okay. Do the same thing. Click that together. And now we can do a combine. But wait, on something like this, we're not done because there's a lot of this rung crosses the rail twice. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to select that rung and just delete it. I'm going to select that rung. I'm going to drag it down to about where that one is. Again, this rung crosses the line twice, crosses this rail twice. You'll get an error there. It will not stitch. But we're going to pull that one down. This one here, I'm going to delete. Same thing here. These two are together, so I'm just going to delete that one and delete that one. These two are together. I'm going to delete that one. And we're good. Oh, you know what? Check this out. I did that wrong. Because if you follow this all the way around to the other side, it becomes the inside one. So we have to separate those back out. So this rung here is actually the outside. So we need to match this one up with the outside. Now we can put those two together. And this one is the inside. We need to run this one down here. Run this one down here. And now we can put those two together. Bring it up a little bit to match the others. This one we're going to delete. So there was a lot more going on with this one than I even initially realized. Okay, so now that we've done all that, we should be able to get it to work. So extension, let's say path, combine, and then extensions, Inkstitch params. Put it back on custom satin column. And I'm waiting for it to error out because sometimes it does. If it errors and says it can't be satin stitched, break apart the whole thing, recombine the whole thing, and usually that works. So that one worked out. That one worked out in the end. Let's get rid of that one. Let's do something else. We're gonna make a box about like that. We're gonna give it some rounded edge. And then go into Inkstitch, satin, convert line to satin. And that one actually did okay. We are on two paths, but this one should be a little easier. I'm going to select all three of these and make them one. Going to connect that, make that one. Connect that, make it one. Okay, that's good. Okay, here's the other one. I'm going to click outside so I get a new click. Okay, we're going to take all of these and make those one. What is that? Okay. I'm going to delete that. We're going to join those two. Going to make that square. What I don't understand is where's my other, this is broken right here, and I don't have a broken one right there. Is it over here? Nope, it's not over here. I don't know where it is. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and put these two together. That's interesting. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and try this. Hit combine. Hit extensions, Inkstitch, params. Custom satin column. It's a little weird on this edge and on this edge, so let's see if we can figure out why. And it might be just because we don't have a rail there, so let's put a rail in. And about the same spot. It will be a different color. That's fine. Just grab all three of everything, hit path, combine. It will change the color if you need to change the color back. It's just a real simple push the shift and then select the color you need it to be. So go to path. We did combine, extensions, Inkstitch, params. Much better. Outstanding. I'm going to try to come up with a real difficult one. Give me a bigger window. There we go. Interesting. That is an interesting shape. So let's go make sure we no fill. We have a stroke. Put our stroke at about 2. Actually, a little bigger item. Let's make it 3. Now, Inkstitch. Convert line to satin. Okay. Actually, I only see a couple of errors there. It's not bad. So basically the same thing. Anyway, I think you get the idea that you will probably have to do a little bit of adjustment. But once you figure out what the adjustments you need are, it's not too bad. Now, this one, we're going to run that rung up there a little bit. This is an inside one, so we need to go this way. Outside one, we need to go this way. Do a path, combine, extensions, Inkstitch, rams, satin column, custom satin column. Nice. And it worked out pretty good. I figured that would throw it off a little bit, but it didn't. But you get the idea what I'm doing. Is all I'm doing is tracing, like with the star. I didn't trace it around all the way around. So my outside line ended up being my inside line. So be careful there. And then just take your nodes, combine them up, hit path combine, make it one item, you're good to go. Hope that helps. I ran into that quite a bit designing for these hats, and I just wanted to share it with you. It's not a difficult thing. If you have problems more so than this, let me know. We'll work it out. If you want to see the full design on either one of those hats, the S&G interlocked hat, that one I was going to make a tutorial with it after I had already gotten into it and realized that there was quite a bit I was doing. It would have made a good tutorial. So if you want to see that tutorial come to light, let me know. I'll make it happen. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, make an old trucker happy. And until next video, thanks for watching.